Well, guys, let's talk about the great sanctuary city of New York City. New York City is a sanctuary city. New York State, a sanctuary state. And Eric Adams is funding these illegal aliens. The taxpayers, you're paying for it over there in New York City. You don't have a say. Even though you guys actually voted for this stuff, you don't have a say. These illegal aliens are taking over your resources. There's actually a tent shelter in New York. You're paying for it, by the way, if you actually live in New York City. The illegal aliens, man, they don't have to pay for anything. That's something that people are not talking about. The illegal aliens in New York City don't have to pay for anything. You are funding this. You people in New York City that voted for this or didn't vote for it, by the way, you're paying for this. I did a video weeks ago where illegal aliens actually got students kicked out of their school. The students were told to go home. The illegal aliens need this space. Yeah, you're being put last. You're being put last. Now, for the most part, we don't know anything about these people that are actually invading our country. Now, out here in Texas, we're not a sanctuary state. And if you come in illegally, we'll actually send you to a sanctuary city. Now, that may actually be changing a little bit now that Texas is trying to get control of the border, at least in Eagle Pass anyway. We have to see what actually happens with that. But still, illegal aliens are still being sent to these quote unquote sanctuary cities. Some of these people, guys, they're violent. They are violent people. Like I said, we don't know who these people are, but they're definitely violent. Well, we got some interesting news, guys, from New York City. Yeah, these people are definitely violent. Not all of them, but this particular incident right here, quite a few. So we're going to be diving into that, guys, in this video. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Memberships are started at $5 per month. We have our member live stream every single Friday. Actually just finished shooting the member live stream. Or not shooting, but actually going live on the member stream. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button as well. Get access to the same thing, just $5 per month. So here we go. Look at this, guys. 18 arrested after brawl among illegal aliens at New York City tent shelter. So people that are here in this country illegally are now committing crimes. And they found multiple knives at the scene. Astonishing, right? Absolutely astonishing. Eric Adams, what do you have to say about this? It says here, an illegal immigrant is recovering from his wounds after being stabbed during a brawl that broke out at the shelter on Randall's Island in New York City on Thursday afternoon, yesterday. 18 people were arrested in connection with the fighting, though the suspect who attacked the 24-year-old victim has been revealed not to be among them and is still on the run. So right now, we have an illegal alien that stabbed someone and nobody knows where he is. Yeah, nobody knows where this illegal alien is that stabbed another illegal alien. Astonishing, man. Astonishing. He could be anywhere. Thanks, Joe Biden. According to the New York Post, the incident took place at around 3:30 p.m. when two rival groups began fighting one another. While it began inside the shelter, things quickly escalated and moved outside. Witnesses said those taking part in the brawl were armed with knives and threw rocks. How in the world did they actually get knives? How in the world did they get knives? I mean, we don't know where these people are from. Could they have been gang members in their original countries? I don't know. And apparently, Joe Biden didn't care either. The victim, who has not been publicly identified, was stabbed in the neck during the altercation. When emergency medical personnel arrived on the scene, he was rushed to Harlem Hospital, where he is in stable condition. Well, I'm glad that he's not dead. Authorities recovered multiple knives, and the alleged participants were arrested. 12 of them were given summons for disorderly conduct, while the other 6 were hit with charges ranging from criminal weapons possession and menacing to attempted assault. Now, these people here that are illegal, committing crimes here in this country, are they still going to be allowed to stay? Something is telling me, since this is New York, they are going to be allowed to stay even though they are violent. Violent illegal aliens definitely should not be allowed in this country. The fighting comes just 11 days after another illegal alien was stabbed at the shelter. However, in that case, the victim succumbed to his injuries. Wow. So that person died. Oh my God. In that case, the dispute broke out after the suspect started talking with the victim's girlfriend. Those currently being housed at the shelter, which Mayor Eric Adams' administration opened last year, have repeatedly complained about a lack of security and rampant crime. You see, this is what happens, man, when you don't vet people. When you don't vet people, you leave the border open, guess what? You get criminals. Following the earlier fatal incident, Adams's office said officials would be redoubling security efforts at the shelter in response. Quote, the overwhelming majority of immigrants in our care came to our city in search of a better life and the American dream, a spokesperson for the mayor's office said at the time. The small number of these disrupting that journey for the rest of the migrants in our care by acting violently will face enforcement to the fullest extent of law. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. They're going to end up allowing these people to stay there in New York City. Something is telling me that. All of these people should be deported. Folks, if you want to claim asylum, you actually should be claiming asylum in the next safest country, the neighboring country. But these people, man, coming from everywhere, all over the world. How is it, man, that you get people from the Middle East jumping all the way to the southern border? How does that happen, man? Somebody clearly has to be funding this. Somebody clearly wants criminals to come into this country. So a person has already lost their life at this shelter. Yeah, this is why you need a vetting process. This is why open borders don't work. They're dangerous. There needs to be a massive deportation effort when Trump gets back in office. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.